There are moments in life when everything around you becomes quiet, but inside your heart feels loud. Moments when you look strong on the outside, but something deep within is hurting quietly. You smile because people expect you to, but inside you carry a weight that no one else can feel. And maybe you've had those nights where you cried softly into your pillow, not because you were weak, but because you didn't know who could hold the truth of your heart. You didn't want to burden anyone. You didn't want to explain everything. You didn't want to fall apart in front of people. You cried quietly, and maybe you wondered, does God see me? Does God hear me? Does He know what I'm carrying? Take a breath. You're safe here. Your heart can rest. Your soul can breathe. Here's something most people never hear. The tears you cried quietly were never ignored by God. Not one, not a single drop. You cried softly, but heaven heard loudly. God was closer than your own breath. Maybe you cried because your heart was breaking. Maybe because disappointment cut deeper than you expected. Maybe because you were tired of being the strong one, tired of pretending, tired of holding everything together alone. But listen gently. God saw it. Every moment, every tremble, every silent tear. You cried alone, but you were never alone. Here's the part that will change how you see your pain. God didn't just watch your tears, He collected them. Scripture says He keeps them in a bottle, not because He needs the bottle, but because your pain matters to Him. Your suffering is not forgotten. Your tears are not wasted. God often comes close in silence. He heals in stillness. He comforts where words cannot reach. Silence does not mean He left. Silence means He's touching places too deep for noise. If you're in that quiet season, you are not being ignored. You are being restored. There was a moment, and you didn't notice it, when God stepped into your pain and said, enough, no more breaking. Heaven felt it, even if you didn't. Think about the nights you cried quietly, or the days you held everything together. You weren't weak, you were overwhelmed, but God whispered, do not fear, I am with you. You cried because you were tired. God stayed because you belong to Him. Here's the truth you need to hear clearly. You didn't break. You survived what was meant to destroy you. If the enemy had succeeded, you wouldn't be listening to this right now. You are still here, and heaven took notice. Some seasons feel silent, but those are the seasons where God grows the deepest things in you. Strength, clarity, faith, and identity. You cried not because you were losing, but because your spirit was stretching into the next version of you. What you thought was breaking you was actually building you. Your tears weren't signs of weakness, they were seeds. Seeds God will grow into healing, into wisdom, into peace, into new beginnings. Healing rarely feels like healing at first. Sometimes it feels like sadness, sometimes like letting go, sometimes like exhaustion, sometimes like losing things. But hear this, healing is happening even when you don't feel it. God is stitching together places that pain tried to tear apart. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. You asked God why He didn't answer sooner. Why didn't He speak louder? Why didn't He stop the pain? But silence grows things. That noise destroys. You weren't being ignored. You were being transformed. There comes a moment when everything shifts, when the storm begins to break, when the light starts coming back. This is that moment, your turning point. Your tears were not failures, they were preparing. You are not forgotten, you are not invisible, you are not too late, you are not too broken, you are not abandoned. God saw every tear, He held every moment, He listened to every prayer. You whispered in the dark, and right now He is whispering back, I have loved you with an everlasting love. I am near to the brokenhearted. I will wipe away every tear from your eyes. You're not alone. You never were, and you never will be. Your story isn't ending, it's turning. And this time, it's turning in your favor. And if this message brought a little light back into your heart, let the way of light keep shining in your life. If you felt safe here, if you felt seen here, leave a comment and share this with someone who needs hope. And when your spirit is ready, subscribe so this light can walk with you too.